Kuiper Belt, that icy region beyond Neptune, holds a veritable universe of mysteries. Scientists are struggling to explain the mysterious objects in this region beyond Neptune. The mystery of the trans-Neptunian objects lies in their origin, the sheer number, and the strangely elliptical orbits, which may even reveal the presence of another planet. Think of the Kuiper Belt as a cosmic treasure trove filled with ancient objects whose traces can be traced back to the beginnings of the solar system. The trans-Neptunian objects are possibly older than anything we can touch on Earth. These objects are made of rock, methane, and other volatile substances and have hardly changed for more than 4.5 billion years. Some astronomers believe that the objects were once distributed quite differently in the system and were hurled into their present orbits by violent movements of the gas giants Jupiter and Neptune. Since then, more than 100,000 objects have been orbiting the Sun in sometimes inexplicable and confusing orbits. It's pitch black in these areas. The light of the Sun barely reaches as far as Pluto. Behind the dwarf planet, it becomes increasingly lonely, darker, and colder. But why are scientists so interested in this frosty corner of the solar system? The answer lies in the ability of trans-Neptunian objects to reveal the history of the solar system. TNOs could provide clues as to how planets and solar systems form and evolve. And who knows, maybe one day, the hunt for these objects will lead to the discovery of the mysterious Planet 9. The Dark Energy Survey's unexpected discovery of TNOs raises a question. How can the search for dark energy reveal the presence of thousands of misshapen rocks and boulders? The Dark Energy Survey was an ambitious scientific project conducted between 2013 and 2019 to study the expansion of the universe and the true nature of dark energy. Using a state-of-the-art telescope in the Chilean Andes, the team collected data from hundreds of millions of galaxies to measure cosmic expansion. In the process, the researchers made surprising discoveries within our own solar system, the trans-Neptunian objects, in addition to their main goal. During the mapping of the sky, scientists discovered a total of 8,815 TNOs, 460 of which were completely new. The find was possible because the survey's camera was optimized for the darkness of distant galaxies, and was thus able to detect faint objects in the outer regions of our solar system. These objects are typically located far beyond the orbit of Neptune, and are often over 250 times farther from the Sun than Earth. They orbit at such a great distance from the Sun that their orbital periods can be hundreds of thousands of years. Analyzing the recorded data not only made it possible to identify many new objects, but also to create a detailed map of the TNOs in the outer solar system regions. Surprisingly, the team found many more indications that we do not yet fully understand the structure and dynamics of the remote regions of the solar system. Initial analysis of these objects provided valuable clues as to how planets and smaller bodies were formed through gravitational interactions. Later, researcher Mike Brown used the data from the survey for his exciting search for the existence of Planet 9. 6 TNOs you didn't know were possible. The Kuiper Belt holds some of the most fascinating and bizarre objects in our solar system. Let's take a closer look at some of these extraordinary celestial bodies. 1. Arrokoth. Discovered by the Hubble Space Telescope in 2014, Arrokoth, formerly known as Ultima Thule, is the most distant object ever probed by a space probe. NASA's New Horizons probe passed by Arrokoth on January 1, 2019, providing spectacular images. Arrokoth consists of 2 connected bodies, a shape researchers call a contact binary, resembling a potato or a snowman. The 2 parts, one's called Ultima and Thule, have diameters of about 19.5 kilometers and 14.2 kilometers. Their surface is reddish, indicating organic compounds altered by radiation. Arrokoth is a cold classical Kuiper Belt object, meaning its orbit has hardly been disturbed since the formation of the solar system. This makes it a window into the past for scientists, a time capsule-like relic providing unique insights into the early phases of planet formation. 2. Eris. Dwarf planet Eris is one of the most fascinating objects in the solar system, not only because of its size, but also because of the controversy it sparked. With a diameter of about 2,326 kilometers, Eris is nearly as large as Pluto. This discovery led to the re-evaluation of what should be defined as a planet in 2005, and played a key role in Pluto losing its planetary status the following year. Instead, Pluto and Eris were reclassified as dwarf planets. Eris has an extremely elliptical orbit, moving much farther from the Sun than Pluto, and its orbit is not only elongated but also highly inclined. Another extraordinary aspect is its surface composition. It's covered in frozen methane, making it one of the brightest objects in the Kuiper Belt. Eris also has a moon, Dysnomia, which has helped scientists study its mass and other properties. 3. Haumea, the oval, rugby ball-like dwarf planet Haumea is another unusual Kuiper Belt object. With a diameter of about 1,960 kilometers, it spins faster than any other known large object in the solar system, completing a rotation in just 4 hours. This rapid spin gives it its misshapen form. Haumea also has a ring system, one of the few known outside the gas giants, likely formed by a past collision. Its surface is covered in water ice, contributing to its high reflectivity. Haumea is accompanied by 2 moons, Hyakka and Namaka, named after figures in Hawaiian mythology. 4. Sedna. Sedna is one of the most mysterious TNOs, with an incredibly distant orbit. Its closest point to the Sun is about 76 astronomical units, AU, while its farthest point extends to 937 Australian dollars, taking an estimated 11,400 years to complete one orbit. Sedna likely originated beyond the Kuiper Belt, possibly ejected from the Oort cloud by gravitational interactions with a passing star or Planet 9. Its reddish surface suggests the presence of organic compounds, offering clues about the origins of life. 5. Quaoar. Discovered in 2002, Quaoar, about 1,110 kilometers in diameter, may be a dwarf planet. Spectral analysis suggests water, ice, and reddish organic compounds on its surface, key ingredient for life. Quaoar has a moon, Waywat, and in 2023, astronomers discovered a ring system around it, puzzling scientists about how such rings remain stable at such a great distance. 6. Orcus, often called the ant to Pluto. Orcus has a similar orbit but moves in the opposite direction. With a diameter of about 910 kilometers, it's one of the larger Kuiper Belt objects. Orcus has a moon, Vant, so large relative to it that they could almost be considered a double planetary system. Its surface shows signs of water and methane ice, further enriching our understanding of solar system evolution. Planet 9. Does it really exist? The peculiar clustering of TNO orbits suggests the gravitational influence of an undiscovered large object, possibly Planet 9. Calculations indicate this hypothetical planet could have an orbital period exceeding 10,000 years. If it exists, future observations may finally confirm its presence. The Hunt for Planet 9, a cosmic detective story. The peculiar clustering of trans-Neptunian objects, TNOs, has led astronomers to propose the existence of a yet undiscovered giant planet, dubbed Planet 9, or Planet X. This hypothetical world, estimated to be 5 to 10 times the mass of Earth, could explain why some TNOs have highly elongated orbits that seem to align in a way that suggests an unseen gravitational force. Evidence for Planet 9. Orbital anomalies of extreme TNOs. Objects like Sedna and 2012 VP-113, nicknamed Biden, have orbits so stretched that they never come close to Neptune's gravitational influence. Their orbital paths appear to be shepherded by something massive, possibly Planet 9. Mathematical predictions. In 2016, astronomers Konstantin Batygin and Mike Brown, the same scientists who demoted Pluto, published a study showing that a distant, massive planet could explain the strange orbit of at least 6 TNOs. Simulations suggest Planet 9 could have an orbit so vast that it takes 10,000 to 20,000 years to circle the Sun. The search is on. Telescopes like Subaru in Hawaii and the Vera C. Rubin Observatory, set to begin operations in 2025, are scanning the skies for this elusive world. If it exists, Planet 9 could be 20 times farther from the Sun than Neptune, making it extremely faint and difficult to detect. What would Planet 9 be like? If found, Planet 9 would likely be a super-Earth or mini-Neptune, a rocky planet with a thick atmosphere, or an icy giant like a smaller version of Uranus. Extremely cold, With sunlight barely reaching it, temperatures could hover near minus 375 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 226 degrees Celsius. A remnant of the early solar system, it may have been ejected outward during the chaotic migration of Jupiter and Saturn billions of years ago. Alternative theories. Not all scientists agree that Planet 9 is the only explanation for the TNO anomalies. Some propose a primordial black hole, a tiny, ancient black hole, could be warping orbits instead of planet. Collective gravity of smaller objects, perhaps a swarm of undiscovered dwarf planets, is responsible. Observational bias. Maybe we're seeing patterns that aren't really there due to limited data. Until direct evidence is found, the mystery remains. The Dark Energy Survey, a surprising solar system bonanza. Originally designed to study the accelerating expansion of the universe, the Dark Energy Survey unexpectedly became one of the most productive TNO hunting missions in history. How did the Dark Energy Project find TNOs? Ultra-sensitive cameras. The DES used a 570-megapixel camera on the Blanco telescope in Chile, capable of detecting extremely faint objects. Wide-field imaging. By scanning large swaths of the sky repeatedly, it caught slow-moving TNOs against the backdrop of distant galaxies. 460 new TNOs discovered. Among the 8,815 detected, some had never been seen before, including objects with highly inclined orbits that defy expectations. Why does this matter? Mapping the outer solar system. The DES data help refine models of how TNOs are distributed, revealing gaps in clusters that hint at past planetary migrations. Testing Planet 9's influence. The orbits of newly found TNOs add more data points to confirm or refute the Planet 9 hypothesis. Underscore 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 underscore. 6 bizarre TNOs that defy expectations. Arrokoth, the cosmic snowman. Discovery, 2014 by Hubble, visited by New Horizons in 2019. Strange features. A contact binary, 2 bodies fused together. Ultra-red surface, rich in organic molecules. No impact craters, suggesting it has remained untouched for billions of years. Eris, the Pluto killer. Why it's weird. Almost the same size as Pluto but more massive. Highly reflective due to methane ice. Orbits the Sun 3 times farther than Pluto. Haumea, the fast-spinning egg. Record-breaking rotation. Spins once every 3.9 hours, distorting into an oval shape. Mysterious rings, only the 3rd non-gas giant known to have rings. Collisional family. Haumea has 2 moons and dozens of icy fragments orbiting nearby. Subscribe now to the channel. The best videos are yet to come.